Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Figuring Out Friday podcast brought to you by Healing Your Way. We got a little bit different setup today, and you'll see a little bit later why, because we're going to be trying out some things, specifically water. So, water is going to be the primary topic of today's episode. We're going to talk about the different brands that are out there that are available in grocery stores, convenience stores, and we're gonna try to give you guys an idea and perspective on what the best ones you can buy for when you go into these stores and things. So we have a bunch kind of laid out in front of us, and we're gonna get to go through them one by one, and then we're gonna rank them based on a few criteria, and it's all gonna be like we can all have our own individual opinions. But the general criteria that we're going to be kind of talking about as far as the waters is going to be the packaging of it. So whether it's plastic or in an aluminum can or in glass, and then what those different packagings do or affect the water that you consume. Then we're going to talk about where the water is sourced. So pretty much how are these companies getting the water, and then what are they doing as far as the purification process and remineralization process. And then there's going to be some of these waters have distinct marketing ideas around them. So, for example, we have alkaline water. We're going to explain like what that means, and some of all of these waters like have like a few distinct features that like try to make them stand out or more marketable. And we're gonna kind of tell you guys if they're kind of correct or if they're misleading or anything like that.
And I just want to show you guys all the waters we have. First, one of them we have Waikea water. Yeah, bring it closer. Yeah, Waikea water. Next we have yep, Mountain Valley spring water.
That one has a really cool bottle.
Yeah.
Fiji water, everybody knows. Smart water.
We got a comment. Delighted to receive some wisdom from you boys again. Thank you, Sandro Romano.
Thank you, Sergio.
Have you?
That's some French water right there.
Some of them are sparkling, so the Gerolsteiner is sparkling, but
Yeah,
I
there
do
is
believe they have a
Still water.
still water, but we couldn't find any in the local store. But I think they do. I think our local store just didn't have any in stock.
Yeah, liquid death. And that's the only aluminum bottle we have for and Dasani. And then last one.
Here you go. Got a big jug of Poland Spring.
And guys,
So
we're
it's
gonna
all day hydration.
and guys, we're gonna be trying all of them out to let you guys know. all the
We're gonna
things
give
on
like two kind of things, kind of how we did the protein and electrolyte podcast. We had a taste test component to it, but then we also explained if they were good options based on all of the other factors or criteria as well.
And we got a comment from the chat. Which one of for each of us is our go-to water?
I think we can hold that.
I mean, we could say it now because
Okay, yeah.
like our first idea. What do you think?
For me, like before the knowledge of this podcast, I would probably go with Poland Spring.
That's one that you drink most of the time.
Usually regularly, but might change up.
I usually was drinking Deer Park,
Mhm.
and I'm getting Pure Life. That's I'm getting 5 gallon Pure Lives, for the water dispenser. So yeah, that's what I'm getting from the
What about you, Fred?
Me personally, like, I'm excited to try these because I haven't tried many of them, but I know like, a few common household names like Deer Park. But in all honesty, I don't really buy water from the stores. If I get water, I usually get it from my filter in my fridge.
Filter tap.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's
And what
usually what I
what
try.
type of filter is it? Just like the fridge filter, or
Yeah,
do you
just
have
like
a whole house system?
just like the fridge filter. That's where I get my water from. I don't usually drink from the sink, but I have in the past when I was younger.
Oh, and also probably like from a Brita. Yeah.
The Brita filter.
Yeah, Brita.
Brita filter. Yeah.
So the waters I usually go for when I'm getting bottled water is probably the Waikia or the Fiji. But at home I usually get tap water. In Yardley, me and my brother are fortunate enough to where the tap doesn't include fluoride, so that's really good for us. And we also have a carbon filter as well. Do you want to talk about like what waters?
Yeah, so pretty much I would be in the same kind of lane as my brother for the water that he also consumes, because pretty much the two brands that we have in our house are, like you said, the Fiji and Waiakea. And then we also have ozone filtration system that runs through the whole house. So that's for like all of our faucet or shower systems. So like all of our water has like a central filter, like where the tank is at. So and that I don't remember the exact name. I think it was. I can leave the details in the comment about the whole house filtration system that we have, but it uses the ozone system, and there's a few different components to it. It does it to oxygenate the water, which has a lot of benefits, and then it also helps create a high voltage with it in the filter, so that creates UV rays, and that's going to get rid of things like bacteria and viruses. So if you have any problems with that, or you know that that's a risk in your certain town or certain city, then maybe you should check out one of those systems and get them installed, because you don't want to be contracting any viruses or unknown bacteria just to as a good preventative cause.
Like before we go into deeper, like I got a simple question for y'all. Like, what does water mean for y'all? Like, what is it for you? Water.
For me, water is pretty much everything. We're made of mostly water.
70%.
Yeah, water is pretty much your life, and I think everybody uses water every day, whether it's for cooking, drinking water, for hydrating. Every day, water's contributing.
I would say for me, when I think of water, like the first thing that comes to mind is like refreshing, because that's mainly what I use water for. Like if I'm thirsty, it's like if I'm exercising, that's usually where I get most of my water. But I know now, like from schooling and like learning a lot throughout like the last few years, that water is like heavily involved in our body systems, and it's more involved in our body than one might think.
That's why talking about certain things like what's in the water, how people filter it, things like that is very important, because water is heavily involved in our daily life.
Yeah. So you usually don't want like any like harmful factors in your water, and it's a common concept in all biology too. So water is very important, and even throughout like working out. Right now I'm on creatine, so I have to drink at least like a gallon every day, which I used to not drink as much before. So right now I'm heavily influenced by water, basically.
Well, the norm is eight glasses a day, right? That's where I hear everywhere.
Yeah. So I'm like twice that.
For me, I don't know. Water is like, at first when I was a kid, I feel like I underappreciate water. Because the more I grew and more I learned about ourselves, how to be healthy, I think water is becoming one of the most important things, like for my everyday usage in life, you know. Because I feel like a lot of people lack rehydration, and all these muscle cramps and all that is caused by just water.
Yeah, I think that's like a really good point. I think the more like Mike said, when you're a kid, you're kind of like take things for granted, or you underappreciate certain things, and water is like one of the most essential things in life. And like he said, once you make like or try to make a conscious note of how you're feeling when you're hydrated versus not hydrated, you can like really tell the difference. And he talked about muscle cramps as like one of the main things that hydration kind of helps with preventing, or helps with in general, and that that pretty much like goes with the whole concept of like the electrical charges in your body and how being hydrated properly can facilitate optimal electric charge throughout your body and through the nervous system. So what I've noticed as far as the benefits for electrical charge and the effects on the nervous system, I've noticed both benefits as far as muscle cramping. Like Mike said, I was able to perform whatever exercise better and for a longer period of time and with more intensity, which is always like a very huge plus. And I also noticed that as far as the cognitive benefits, I just can think a lot clearer or function a lot better when I'm properly hydrated. And I would say when I mean hydrated, I mean not just with water, but also having mineralized water. So, and mineralization was one of the few criteria that we're gonna kind of go over when we rank these. So there is like a lot we will be, or a decent amount we will be getting into as far as what you kind of want or what water would be best for you to function daily, because this, like we said, water makes up 70% of the content in the human body, and you want to really be giving your body the best quality source that it needs, not just from nutrition, but also from your hydration sources as well.
And I just want to talk about what Mike was talking about earlier, how when he was younger, you don't really appreciate all the water that you can be drinking, but you go and see something sweet on the counter and just drink it. But one experience I had was in high school. I used to play for high school soccer, and one of the things I wasn't doing was drinking enough water. And I kind of really realized it after not only drinking one bottle of water before a game versus starting to add more and more water before the game, like maybe four or five bottles. And I noticed a real difference in terms of how long I was able to play and also how I felt after the game too. It was a really big difference.
Yeah, similarly, like I would be drinking. You know how people say water is boring, so they would probably be drinking soda or juices and stuff like that. So, like alongside those effects, after I made the switch back to water, I felt more like looser fluid and you just like more mental focus. So that's
Yeah. To add on to that, like in high school, when I was walking around like my school, I always see everyone carrying like the gallon water jugs, and I always thought like it was like a little goofy. Like, why are you carrying around like a gallon of water? But like later on, I realized like even I in college I carry like that metal like big water bottle, right? So, like, yeah, the stainless steel bottle. Yeah. And I realized like you need a bigger container because like some people they don't want to get out of class to just fill up their water bottle. And I'm like one of those people, so I just carry that around to like I always have the water if I need it. And I found like in classes like it helped me like focus better than when I was like dehydrated.
And that's also a important note that we'll be touching on later. Having that full stainless steel bottle will avoid a lot of microplastics.
And if even in general, if you have like any conditions, like for example, I know you had POTS after your concussion that spiked dysautonomia, and when I was like feeling a little bit ill, like this dysautonomia runs in our family, and if that's just one case like where drinking water is to your benefit, and they also recommend to eat foods that are high in salt, so you're getting the minerals from that. But some people like I don't know what the whole thing is about, like not salting your food. Like if you're not salting your food or seasoning your food, I think you're doing something like seriously wrong. And yes, first of all, you're leaving flavor like on the table. You don't want to eat something bland. So you're not only getting like better taste, but you're actually giving your body the correct electrolytes it needs. So like sodium and whatever other electrolytes you can get from salt or seasonings.
But we're not talking about like the Popeye sodium warning. Like food.
Yeah, no. Yeah, just like salt your and that goes like of course you have to be eating whole foods and like ideally preparing them at home. But yeah, when you're preparing your food, which is what I'm mainly talking about because that's pretty much what you have most control over. You don't have control over how they're salting your food in the restaurant, but yeah, when you're at home, just salt your food.
Yeah, but I feel like this is like also overlooked topic. People don't realize there are people out there who don't season their food and don't eat enough salt. But I feel like that's like lack of basic knowledge, and that's why we are here. You know.
Yeah, and they kind of like demonize or like criticize
Yeah.
sodium a lot. They're like high sodium content, although like that is an issue for a lot of people. It's due to like inactivity. So if you're someone who exercises constantly, eating higher amounts of salt, you're gonna be your body's gonna be excreting it through the sweat glands because what you lose in your sweat is pretty much like an electrolyte mix of like the main four electrolytes, which are sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Yeah, magnesium.
Yeah, and all that. Maybe you're sweating and you taste a little bit of salt. That's all the sodium getting out of your body through sweat.
So it's more of a problem of lack of activity.
And also, like once you eat salt, like your body kind of later asks you for more water. So I guess you automatically like start drinking water. You guys have had that case or no?
Like drive.
Like
Like
dry
salt
food,
dehydrates
salty
you?
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I like if I realize it has a little more salt to the food, like then I drink more water. Instead of one, let's say I just drink 2 cups of water.
I have a question for you guys. Do you guys like cultures like have salt in their food? Because I know as an Indian, like my culture has like a lot of salt. We had a whole salt march about it. But I was wondering about if you guys like have like salt normally in your food.
Yeah, I mean, all of us definitely do. I think like every single meal we have fully seasoned food. If I had a meal cooked by Sahan and it wasn't seasoned enough, I'm going back and seasoning it more.
You can't be looking like that, bro.
Yeah. See, but usually I'm never, or
Never
I'm
caught
always,
lacking.
yeah, I'm always seasoning my food properly. Wait, but I got one question. This just like popped up in my head. You guys like ever like I remember before like sometimes the doctor would say, "Oh, you need to be drinking more water," and I feel like that's one of the like first recommendations they give to you.
Yeah.
But when I tried to make that change to myself, like especially when I was in like middle school or high school, like a test to see if I was like getting in enough water was like I'll go to the bathroom, take a piss, and then if
Check
it's
the color.
yeah, check the color. If it's like really yellow, then I would think like oh I need to be drinking more water, and then I would drink more water until I would have to go back and then like see it as like clear pretty much. Yeah, and I think like yeah the reason it appears more clear is because like you have an excess amount of water, so your body does not need to hold on to that, and it's like regulating the balance or homeostasis of like the solute content in your body.
And the key word is balance, right? Because I heard like you can die from too much water.
Yeah,
Very
you
rare.
can. I mean, like theoretically, like too much of anything can do a lot of harm. So, like,
And,
but I think you have to like,
yeah.
be like crazy.
But thing is, like people think whatever is like recommended dosage of water, people think it's like too much because you see that Pure Life, or whatever spring water, yeah.
Oh, this one?
Like this should be like all day water, right?
Yeah.
Like
It says it on the packaging too.
Yeah.
All day hydration.
estimated, like we are supposed to like consume 3 liters of water every day, but people overlook this as a great amount of water, and people think this is too much.
Yeah.
But this is like this
That's
is
the
regular.
normal amount,
This
yeah.
is normal.
But do you feel like sometimes you kind of force yourself to like say if some days I'm literally not thirsty at all, and I don't know like how to like get more water down. So like I think like sipping on it is like one of the like techniques I've like used just to make my like mouth feel moisturized. But like you know like sometimes yeah you just can't get like don't feel thirsty.
Or be more active. Take some walks or do some exercise. That will definitely just get you dehydrated and want you to drink more water.
Yeah, those are times I find myself drinking more water, like during the workout or after the workout. Like I'm just chugging it down like water. It's
Yeah,
so
if
easy.
you
It's
if
easy
you
to go
need something to like get you to drink it, then you gotta do it.
I I know like during high school, like we would just sit in class all day, and I wasn't really drinking much water back then. But like since we would just sit and not do anything, I would never feel the need.
Yeah.
So like I would only like go to the bathroom like once a day. I know once I started using water and it was like 3 times a day, it was like a huge culture shock for me. I was like, oh wow, bro, I didn't think I have to go to the bathroom as much.
No, I think it's normal, and they would lock the bathrooms in my high school for other reasons, but that kind of sucked for me if I had to
Is
go.
that how it worked in Yardley for you guys? We would have to. They started tracking our school IDs
Really?
to see your bathroom activity.
Oh, we have to get a hall pass
Yeah.
to get like it was like an electronic hall pass, like in order to like even leave the thing.
Yeah.
And then the hall monitors in there, if they see you like messing around too much, like in the hallways, they're like, you gotta pass. And then like if you don't, you just gotta like low-key run back to
Yeah,
your
yeah.
classroom.
Do you remember like the bathroom signal, like from like when you were a little kid? It was like this. Like you go like this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. But that was
Okay, well, I mean, we can jump into tap water if you guys are ready for talk about what.
Yeah, so
types
what
of
I
drinks
think
we have.
the way we should kind of frame this out is start from the lowest quality basically all the way to like the highest quality, and then we'll talk about it first, and then we'll taste test these. But yeah, like what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say we got a comment.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
What?
So, do each of you agree that the topic and quality of water is often overlooked? That's one question. And how much water do each of you intake approximately?
I think we answered the question of it being overlooked, but for how much water I usually drink a day is, I think maybe like max like five cups. Or like sometimes, and I'm thinking like that's not enough
Yeah.
because a lot of times I'm in class, so sitting down can really just like lower the activity, and then I don't want to drink anything. So sometimes on normal days I'm not drinking enough where I should be. So yeah, that's pretty much like basic.
Yeah, I would say it depends on my activity for the day. Like right now, I've like understood how much not drinking adequate amount of water has impacted my performance as far as what I do, like in my workouts or in my training. So those days I'm gonna really like focus a lot on the water with my meals or just in general, just making sure I'm getting enough and feel hydrated enough. But on some other days, I'm like maybe consuming lower amounts, like around like 5 to 6 cups.
Yeah, and I think paying attention to how much you're drinking, like even after this podcast, I might like think about it every day and make sure I drink enough. Like this amount of water is the normal amount. So now I kind of realize that everybody should be drinking way more.
I feel like on my past is like an example of like people overlooking water. I feel like to the importance, like I would sometimes be overnight snacking because I would just have I have nothing to do, so I feel like I would just eat, like just as something to do. But if you replace that with water, I feel like that's more beneficial. But you shouldn't be being awake overnight anyway because of circadian rhythm. But yeah, that was just in my past.
Yeah, I would overnight snack as well, and right now I'm forcing myself to drink water. So I think when I'm with Joshan in the dorm, I would tell him I'm low-key kind of hungry right now, but then I force myself to just drink a lot of water, and then I'm like, okay, I'm good for now.
And my parents always say like not to drink water while you're eating because water will fill you up. And I feel like you can use it as an alternative when you feel like you're craving something
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah, it's also the
Yeah.
culture thing too. Like
Yeah.
and whenever we went to our grandma's house for Indian culture, everybody's different. We weren't allowed to drink water during the meal.
They said to
Yeah.
wait like 30 minutes, and then after like consuming the meal, and then drink water after. I don't remember the exact like rationale behind that, but that's what they
Wow,
suggest.
that's crazy strict because in my culture I never heard of that before.
Neither did I. But I feel like personally, I don't drink water like while I'm eating because like, it kind of gives me sensation of nausea. So yeah, I drink it. I try to drink it after meal.
But going back to like the conversation about tap water, I can say a few things as far as why tap water is probably not the best, especially if you don't have a good filtration system in your house or out of the faucets or spouts that you consume water. The reason being is that, of course, it depends on, like I said before, the town or the city that you are located in, because the water treatment plans or interventions they put in place to purify the water are all different, and that depends on a lot of factors like money or the financial state or economic state of the specific town or city that you're in. But some of the unfortunate things that can happen to tap water is that it can really be contaminated. So it can be contaminated by a few things. The industrial plants or places that are doing a lot of factory work. There's a lot of industrial runoff, which is a term, and that pretty much like causes waste into water systems, and you can see things like PFAS, what or you can see PFA content in tap water, depending. Like I said, the severity depends on the area, but PFAS are pretty much known as like the forever chemicals, and they actually accumulate in the body, and it takes a pretty long time for your body to excrete or clear the PFAS in your system. And if you're regularly consuming tap water that has a pretty high content of PFAS, you're just accumulating more and more PFAS in your body. And if you get to a certain content of them, it can affect like major systems such as the endocrine system in your body, which is responsible for all of the hormones and hormone regulation, which then in turn affects like pretty much all of your bodily processes. And then another system that's heavily affected by PFAS is the reproductive system. So if you're planning to have kids or you don't want to be infertile, then trying your best to reduce the ingestion of PFAS or PFA contaminated water is really crucial. And then I know there's also some effects on the immune system as well. But these are all major things that, like I said, if you're consuming it like once every now and then, you're not going to accumulate enough to be that have a substantial effect on your body. But if you are constantly consuming it, then you may be able to see some of these health risks actually happen.
This can also happen from like herbicides and pesticides that come off of farmland, like in your rural areas. That can affect
Yeah,
your water,
agriculture
right?
also is like a big contributor to like contaminants in tap water.
PFAs sound like I don't know if it's a myth or not, but like when people say you swallow gum, it stays in your digestive system. Is it like similar concept? Like PFAs don't get digested.
I wouldn't say they probably do get digested. I don't know how exactly the process it's excreted, but it does. The reason it accumulates is because it takes like a really long time for your body to clear it from itself. So if it's accumulating over extended amount of time, that's when you might see all of these health risks or health issues.
So it sounds like it's like really easy to reach like a toxicity level for PFAs.
Yeah, because like I said, it's the idea of like accumulation.
Like the same idea why you recycle plastic, because it stays like it doesn't decompose for a long time. It'll stick around.
Yeah, and once you consume microplastics like from the bottles that you're using, or like you can even get them from seafood, because a lot of the oceans have a high density of the microplastics in there, and as well as you can even have microplastics from your clothes that go off into the air and you're ingesting them. So a lot of the times you don't even realize that you're getting the microplastics, and they stay in your system for long periods of time because it takes a while for them to break down.
Yeah, it's even like found in your placenta, and a lot of people they wish that plastics would like fully get recycled, but some of it might end up as like polyester for your clothing, and then that ends up getting into the landfills either way. So
Yeah, so yeah, that brings up like yeah, even another topic like clothing. Like make sure you're getting like raw materials like cotton and not synthetic materials for your clothing. Like I know like I don't really pay attention to the label, but that's another like concern like to definitely be aware of. And microplastics have the same kind of downsides as the PFAs, and it yeah like Joshin said it takes a very long time for your body to get rid of it from your system. And there's another thing that they're talking about that there's not just microplastics, there's nanoplastics, and when you have nanoplastics, they are small enough to be able to get through the membranes of brain, yeah, blood and brain. So if they're able to enter those like very crucial systems for the body, then you know that it is actually like a it should be a prominent health concern because if it's affecting something as important as your blood system and your brain, then it's like it definitely has an impact.
Put that into perspective, like you have your basic unit of measurement, like the meter. Micro is to the -6, and nano is to the -9. And think about how you can barely see that with the visible eye.
Yeah.
So that would
Not
easily,
even barely. You can.
yeah.
You can see.
it would. I mean, yeah, you're right. That's how small it is, but that's how small it would have to be to cross your blood-brain barrier and to your brain, and like really, like think about like accumulating plastic in your brain is really gonna mess it up.
Especially like for the all of the major glands in your brain, like the pineal gland,
thyroid.
or the thyroid's yeah, or it's yeah, all of the glands that are
Thalamus.
yeah, hypothalamus, like all of the major glands in the brain that pretty much dictate the functions of your body, the SCN as well, like pretty much anything. Like if those areas are affected, then like you're causing like some serious problems for yourself.
And brain cells don't come back.
Yeah, that's true.
And back to what Michael was saying about the thyroid, how many people hear or see like that they have fluoride in their toothpaste or in tap water? Tap water has a good amount of fluoride in it, and that's for people. Doctors say it's for keeping your teeth cleaner or whiter. Yeah, but
Preventing cavities.
yeah, preventing
also.
cavities and things like that. But in the thyroid gland, that you need iodine in order to make the thyroid hormones, which help with growth and metabolism, things like that. But what fluoride does when you ingest it, it goes into the thyroid, and it prevents the enzyme which makes those hormones. So the hormones are made of tyrosine, which is an amino acid, as well as iodine. And the enzyme that binds those two things together gets interfered with fluoride, which binds to that enzyme. And it pretty much slows down the process of making these hormones. So it kind of, the thyroid, if something messes up in the thyroid, you'll see all kinds of problems all over your body.
And fluoride was originally added into your water because too many people in like around mid 1950s were getting too many like dentist appointments. So the fluoride was meant to help protect your enamel, but they never thought it would lead down to what Joshua was saying, like all these like bad effects on your thyroid or like hormone productions.
Yeah, and even countries in Europe have now stopped like the fluoridation of water, and they did it based off of like a bunch of safety data and a few other ethical guidelines that they started to put in place over there. But that just shows that all of these other countries, and these are like countries that are European countries that are on the wealthier side that are implementing this, and I don't think they would be like implementing that sort of ban on the fluoridation of water if it wasn't worth it for the safety of their people.
Many companies are like so focused on getting through like a specific goal like of whatever product they're selling that they like look past like all the side effects that might happen outside of it. As long as they like get that goal, they usually like sometimes ignore everything else, and we might see that with some of the waters we're testing, or we might see like good practices.
And also with fluoride, it's very similar to iodine chemically. So it will compete with a lot of the things that go into the hormone production of the thyroid. And a lot of the times, yeah, people don't realize that they're getting in the fluoride, which will interfere with that. And with the thyroid, when there's issues with the thyroid, you can see people that are overweight or things like that because it has to do with you. Thyroid has to do with you breaking down the fast carbohydrates and things like that into energy. So messing that up will mess up your whole energy cycle.
And one thing to kind of help with or combat against the fluoride content in the water, Jack Cruz says to supplement with iodine. I know a lot of people say that like have supplementing iodine to like an excessive point causes thyroid issues because you want like a specific amount of iodine content in the thyroid, and an excessive amount can cause either hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism, which can cause some of the things that my brother was saying about obesity and all these health issues. But supplementing it actually like just adequately, not excessively, is actually like a really good thing for you. And just say, for example, you can supplement with the Lugol solution or Lugol something, which is pretty much just the iodine, or you can eat seaweed. So like if you like to snack on seaweed, they have like the seaweed trays that you can pretty much snack on. My sister like really enjoys like just like Asian food in general, and she always likes to buy them from the Asian grocery store. So that's another thing you could use to supplement for iodine.
Yeah,
But
like he
this-
was saying, you don't want to have too much iodine because like the hyperthyroidism and the hypothyroidism. The hypothyroidism is when you're gonna gain weight and you have too much or too less iodine, but when you have too little iodine or too much iodine, you will begin to lose too much weight, which is the hyperthyroidism. So, and also another form of getting iodine can be from eggs, like you said, seaweed, and also seafood and shellfish.
Yeah, I don't know how people can do here, but in Georgia, like since we lived like next to sea, mostly doctors would recommend just to take a walk in the mornings, like in the boulevard, like right next to the sea. So that will also increase your iodine levels.
Yeah, there's also iodine.
Oh, just walking
Yeah,
along
yeah.
the
Yeah,
ocean.
sea, yeah.
So you just absorb it from like
Your,
the air,
your skin
or, like,
basically
through your skin,
Yeah.
absorb. Yeah.
and that's how you absorb water through the 7-day dry fast too, right?
Correct.
Without drinking no water.
Yeah, you absorb that.
So like through the humidity of the air there.
Mhm.
So like of course like yeah, if you ever been to the beach, you can, or like if you are conscious of it, obviously like you can really notice like how like maybe a little more musty or like just humid it pretty much like is there.
So that would mean like shower head filters are important too, because I feel like a lot of people overlook that.
Yeah, shower head. The thing with shower head filters and why that's important is because of the chlorine. Chlorine is used. That's another kind of downside of the tap water. It's used to chemically treat the water or purify it. But if you don't have like a proper shower filter or shower head filter installed on if you are a person that really likes hot showers, I forget the exact term. It's for the
Condensation?
no, for the chlorine. It's like aerostalize. I don't know, but pretty much like you're ingesting
Yeah,
chlorine
because
gas.
because once it's hot, it turns into gas, so it's easier to breathe in.
Yeah, so you're breathing in
Yeah.
chlorine, and everybody knows you don't want to be doing that.
Is there like a really good like or like a tier list for shower filters? Because I've only seen the ones they had with charcoal in it.
I think charcoal filters are. I that's the one I kind of least know about. I think.
okay.
But whatever, I mean, you can easily look up like what filters extract
Yeah.
which type of contents.
Okay.
So like we can actually talk about a little bit about them right now. The system that we use is the ozone filter, like I said, and I already talked about how that uses like high voltage, creating UV rays to help get rid of like any viruses or bacteria in the water. It also oxygenates it because of the ozone, which is like O3 in chemistry. But I don't remember the exact benefits of that. But there's also reverse osmosis water.
Yeah.
If you guys have heard about that filtration system, and pretty much it pressurizes all of the unfiltered water and compacts it, and then you have a membrane like in the middle, pretty much. So you have all this, like, say there's a tube going like this. The water that's on this side of the of the filter or whatever, it's the unpurified water, and pretty much like it pressurizes it so that the water molecules can be pushed across a membrane. So there's a like a semi-permeable membrane in the middle, and the pressure pretty much like forces the water to the other sides, which pretty much purifies it. And that one leaves like that one pretty much gets rid of like all of the content in the water.
Yeah, even the good and the bad minerals.
And the process of osmosis is free water moving to the side from low solute to high solute concentration, right?
Yeah, but it's the
Balance.
That's why it's called
Almost
reverse because they're pressurizing it to cause
So
like
they
that
would reverse
very-
their reaction
yeah. So it's like an active
to
thing.
decrease the solute amount and hence decreasing the impurities.
Yeah, pretty much, and it like really gets rid of like almost everything. That's why with that filtration system, you have to worry about how you can remineralize the water, because you're pretty much, like Joshin said, you're stripping the bad contents, but you're also stripping the good contents as well. So that's another thing to be aware
Yeah,
of.
and the good contents would be the sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium, as well as bicarbonates. So
Yeah, any trace elements that are also like necessary for the body. It's also like eliminating those.
yeah, and ask yourself this question: like, when have you went to like maybe the place where you have to use tap water? It tastes nasty. Like all the tap water that's not filtered will taste like not good at all. That's my opinion.
Not to mention the mold growing on the water fountains and stuff like that.
Yeah, you even That's why like as much as possible I will like never, and that's why I think it sucks when like school doesn't have like good, or schools don't have like good filtration systems in process, because it's really sucks, because then if I want water, like I have to rely on carrying like this big freaking bottle of water all day, and then that's all I really have to rely on. And then some days I might have been lazy, forgot to fill up the jug, and then now the only option I got in school is the water they have from the fountains, and they pretty much I think are tap water. I'm not sure. Of course, it depends on the school, but I think it's just
They
tap
are.
water.
Because there's one water dispenser. It says UV filtration and stuff like that. But I followed where I was just going to the dispenser. I followed that it was coming from tap water.
Oh, the
It was coming from
the
main
line?
source. Yeah, from
Oh.
the main line. Yeah.
see, so
Yeah.
they don't even
And even lying about it too.
Yeah.
And also, what's up, Relax King 24 in the chat, saying hi for the first time.
Yeah, hello.
Hey.
Yeah, we have streams every week, so just jump in whenever.
On Friday.
Mhm.
Free on Friday.
And tomorrow too, and Wednesday.
Today's topic is water. If you just joined.
And now that
Yeah.
we kind of covered like
Tap water.
fil-
Well,
we-
also,
we
there's
did tap
also
water,
distilled water. And distilled water is made. I think like it's you have a beaker, and it goes to you raise it to the temperature to like a high temp, and you have like the tap water, but all the water that gets all the water that gets heated up, just the water gets condensated and is in like a vapor kind of, and it goes to another container, leaving all the other minerals and all the other good and the bad. behind in the beaker. So it's
And that's
pretty
just in
good.
the beaker. He's just saying beaker because like we've done like that type of thing in chemistry lab. But of course, like it's distilled water, like they're probably having large containers where they're heating up the water and doing the exact same process he was talking about, which is the distillation.
And at first, it might sound like a really good idea to like strip everything from water, but like a lot of people don't realize like the ions and minerals are used in many systems, like in our membrane, like membrane proteins use ions to create like a setting where like it's efficient for the ion or for the cell to function properly, and it's really important for how our cells function basically.
And so the next,
I heard like in Georgia to filter water they were using also sand.
yeah, that's where they do. I think they use what is it, like sedimentation sedimentation process to filter, and I think that's when they also have like charcoal filtration in place as well.
Yeah.
I think those are. I think they have those water treatment systems in the U.S., but like I said, I'm not like too familiar with how that whole process works.
It sounds similar to like column distillation that we had in lab, where there's pores in the column, and whatever it doesn't fit through the pores stays behind, like the target, whatever you want coming out.
The solute.
Yeah.
Or-
So,
Yeah, and then I guess we can jump into microplastics. I guess did we didn't touch on that, right?
Yeah, we touched a little bit on. I said like a little bit about like. Or PFAs are not. PFAS are the chemicals. So the microplastics are not under the same category, but they are
Harmful.
harmful, and plastic is like the main packaging for almost all bottled water. And not if you want to take one like key thing away from the whole conversation about microplastics, like the main things that you should be doing as far as preventing like the uptaking of microplastics in your body is to like avoid plastic packaging or with the bottled water that you're consuming. And if you can do your best, try to get plastic packaging that is of the highest grade and that is also BPA free. BPA stands for bisphenol A, and it's another like compound or chemical that affects kind of the same things as PFAs, but I think it has more effect on
The main usage for that was to, I'm pretty sure, harden the actual plastic to give it like the structure.
Yeah, so it's that like that. So to say kind of like the difference, like Michael said, bisphenol A is used in the process for making the packaging, but PFAs are like introduced into the water due to like industrial runoff, like I said. So they're the PFAs are just because of like manufacturing like certain items, but this is actually leached into the water because like it's used to make the plastics.
And I also wanted to.
Okay. So also like main marketing thing about plastic bottles is that they say it's recyclable, but every time they recycle it, like it loses quality. Yeah. So imagine the last recycled bottle and you drinking out of it. So that means like you're getting the worst chemicals and microplastics like you can get from the bottle.
Yeah, people don't realize like how actually like low the recyclability of plastic is. I think in the U.S. at least it said only around like 5 to 6% of plastic is like pretty much like recyclable, and that just goes to like show that's like a pretty very small number compared to like the amount of plastic that is constantly being produced for all of like for not just bottled water, but like pretty much everything else.
And also,
I just want to comment real quickly. Like that's really surprising to me because like when I hear recycling and marketing for recycling, the first thing I think of is recyclables and plastic. So to hear that it's only 5% is really like eye opening.
Because it's like breaking down and like it like compared to something else like aluminum, like which is a lot more recyclable. Like all the recyclability pretty much means like everyone knows this, but like the reusability of whatever the material that you're recycling. So it like Mike said, it's like breaking down each time, and then through those breakdowns, you're probably getting extra amounts of leached microplastics into the water. Now we have one comment saying,
Why are you guys talking about BPA?
yeah, BPA, bisphenol A. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, I just wanted to say before, we go on to another topic. So like another thing that might cause the leaching to happen is the temperature of the water. A lot of times, like say you left a bottle into your car, right, and you come back and the plastic is like really soft. Like that's something that can affect it as well. Like of course, time allows the leaching to happen where the plastics break down into the water, it stays there. But like if you have to use a plastic bottle, make sure it's cold and in that type of environment because that will slow down the leaching process. So like if you got water from your refrigerator, even though it's in one of those plastic things on the side, it's still way better than having a room temperature water because that's where the plastic can break down into or not break down, but like go into the water. Leach into the water.
And you don't want to leave it. Yeah, number one thing, if it's summertime and you left a plastic bottle in your car, just throw it out. Do not drink it because, like he said, the amount of microplastics or nanoplastics that are leached into the water after that increase of heat is actually like 10 to 20 times the content compared to if it was in a rather like maybe room temperature to cool environment. So yeah, that's what I was gonna say is like number one thing. If you have a plastic bottle that's been left in the car for a really long time or a good minute, then just toss it out because it's not worth it. You like I said, you just increased by leaving it in there the leaching of the microplastics. You just increased that whole number by 10 to 20 times. So
yeah, and that goes same for these types of cans, aluminum cans. There's the lining inside of the can that's it's still plastic inside. So this will be melted as well inside of the car if you leave it there. So like being careful of that is important too.
yeah, that's also thing like when people think of or a misconception when people think of canned water. I know me and him had this little conversation before the podcast because he bought the Deer Park canned water, and I had to tell him he thought it was avoiding microplastics, but I was like, actually no, it has there's a epoxy resin that lines the inside of the aluminum can, so you're getting microplastics from that. The main benefit to having aluminum packaging is that the recyclability rate is much higher than something like plastic.
But imagine if people recycle this, right? Imagine some people just crash this. So when they recycle it, that means they're recycling plastic too, right?
Yeah, because of because the lining is probably broken in that, and then you're getting
So
leeches
you
of
cannot
microplastics.
trust nothing but glass bottles.
yeah, because they're what they kind of use the term they use for glass as like a packaging for water is like they say it's chemically inert. So chemically inert meaning there's like no leaching at all. Like it's nothing is gonna really pass through or leach from the plastic. I mean, excuse me, from the glass.
Yeah, and also I'm not too sure. I looked into this a little bit, but the microplastics can be like a little, even though they're really small, they can be sharp or like a little kind of sharp, and when it goes in your body, it can damage a lot of things that are in there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And basically, also back to his BPA comment. Once I think the government cracked down on that, they came up with a different chemical was BPS. So it's like a cover up for that, but it's still just as like chemically dangerous.
Yeah. So when you see a bottle that says BPA free, it still might include BPS and BPF, which is just bisphenol S and bisphenol F. And I actually remember now what it does. It mimics hormones.
Estrogen.
Specifically estrogen. So any type of thing that's going on like that, like a chemical that's doing like a hormone mimicking process, that's definitely like
It's like really scary.
yeah,
Yeah.
very like a major health concern.
And that's like a common tactic, right? Because I know a lot of companies they change one letter and they change like one part of the molecule, and they call it something else. So technically, it's not the restricted molecule. So they just substitute it in there, and I don't
They
know.
care about like
Marketing.
their
Yeah.
margins, like whatever packaging they can use to kind of get you to know that it's like safe enough or good enough quality that's cheap enough for them. They'll try to do it and then market with whatever terms like BPA free to kind of get you to be like, oh, this is safe and it's not anything bad, but in turn like they're leaving out all these other things.
Yeah,
like,
just
like
because
Michael said.
they're telling you all these good things, their real purpose of like kind of hiding it from you is just to make for their benefit. So be careful of like all these things.
Yeah,
And
that's
we
why
got-
some people they get really like hype or anything about like that change or it says like alkaline or something. They're like, oh my god, but
Because marketing
that's-
strategy and psychology.
yeah, exactly. And if you look at it from an outside perspective, like companies they make $22 billion a year, so
Crazy.
it's all down to a marketing strategy.
We got a question in the chat. What is BPA free recycle number on water bottles? And what is the number indicating the least amount trace of BPA? And also we got donation by Sandra Romanoff, $20.
Oh, let's get a round of applause for Sandra.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you.
the donation.
And he said, I used to always drink the water that I left inside my car on a hot day.
Oh,
I mean, which one of us is not guilty? I had hot water in my car today. When I realized it was hot, the first thing I did was spit it out. I think
I saw
Oh.
that.
that's kind of
That's
test.
good.
Yeah.
And he says today he learned to stop doing that and says, thanks to these fine young men for helping me change and heal my way.
Yeah, of
Heart
course.
emoji.
Oh, I didn't see the heart.
To put into perspective, back on recycling, I feel like the water bottles they recycle it, and each time they like strip it, and like it doesn't have the same resilience as before compared to something like glass, which is easy to be recycled.
So can we see like BPA number on the bottles?
Yeah, so there's no BPA number, but you'll see like just the BPA free tag,
Mm.
and that's like right here. And then the number is pretty much that this person's talking about in the chat is, I don't know if you can see it clearly, but it's this recycling symbol with the number 1
Okay.
inside. That's
PET,
just
right?
yeah, PET. That's the type of plastic that they're using, or pretty much that's telling you what plastic it is for the packaging.
Mm.
And number 1, I think it's on a scale of 1 through 7,
Yeah.
but number 1 is
This
supposed
one-
to be like highest quality.
Like disposable bottles and it cannot be reused.
Actually, no. I think it has to do with recyclability.
Yeah,
of it.
recycle.
Yeah, so I don't think it has to do specifically like with
Yeah.
like microplastics or any of like plastic quality.
Mhm.
I think it's specifically about like
Yeah.
how recyclable this or the plastic is for that bottle.
Like I think like up to 5, it's like BPA free, but at 5 it starts to have different things. So BPA 3 to 4 is like max you want to go for it because that's like where change starts, you know.
Mhm.
So I feel like
Or you mean the recycle?
yeah.
3 to 4.
Because number 1 is the disposable. It says for disposable bottles, and it's like BPA free. Number 2 is also BPA free. Number 3 is BPA free. Number 4 and 5 BPA free. By 5 you have extra stuff. So I would say look out for like 3, 4 this kind of range.
Mhm.
And also, we can talk about alkaline water. What they do with the alkaline water. What's one of the examples that we have?
We have 2. We have
Fiji.
no, not Fiji.
Yeah,
The 2
Essentia.
ones are Essentia and Smart Water. So they're like I don't know if you can see here, but on the red tag it says a pH of 9.5 or higher.
You want me to show it?
Yeah, and I think for smart water, it's like a 9. Yeah, around like a 9.
And the reason why, well, they try to do this to kind of regulate the acidity in your system,
Or
but
the pH.
yeah, so they raise the pH to about 8 to 10, and what it does is supposed to regulate the acidity, but when it goes into your body, the gastric juice kind of neutralizes it. So the advertising they're saying like alkaline and things like that doesn't do too much.
Yeah, and they're like the whole like claim about why they kind of push for or the brands Essentia and Smart Water push for alkaline water is that they made the like kind of health claim that if you have any excess acidity in your body, then consuming alkaline water, which has a higher pH, meaning that's more basic, will counteract the acidity of your body. So they're saying you should consume more basic water to neutralize the acidity of your body. But like Joshin just said, no amount of this water can really I wouldn't say no amount because I don't know how crazy some people may be about consuming water, but it's neutralized by the gastric juice.
And that's when you drink it, it goes straight to your stomach, so it will instantly just
be neutralized.
Yeah.
Your body has like a set pH that it wants to go to, so to keep that homeostasis, it'll neutralize the pH to go back.
Yeah, especially your blood. I think it's 7.35 to 7.45.
So you have to consume a lot to
Yeah.
influence like your body's overall pH. So they want to bring it up, but you have to like consume like a lot to even have an effect. So
And
that's like what we would say is like a kind of marketing tactic.
And these companies, their main tactic is through this, it's gonna help. It's like slower aging with the gastric reflux and also cancer because cancer supposedly does well in acidic environments. So, but you should know that your body already has like a natural system to basically detox this through your lungs and your kidney, basically. So when you're breathing out CO2 or filtering acid and bases through your kidney.
We got a question. How do BPA hurt humans? But I feel like we already covered this. So
Yeah.
you just want to do this?
So BPA, well, we can say specifically, like it's the main thing with the BPAs is that it mimics hormones in your body. One of them is specifically estrogen, and if it's mimicking any type of hormone, that's contributing to the overall balance, homeostasis, or regulation of your endocrine system. So even like if you are drinking water that has like high BPA content in it, you're affecting your endocrine system pretty much, which governs like major bodily functions.
Also fertility problems.
Oh yeah, they've seen there was some research done and there were problems as far as like infertility and reproductive issues.
Also, it might also cause weight gain. So,
Weight gain because of like inflammatory issues or something like that.
Also hormone disorder.
Yeah, hormone. So like weight gain would be a result of hormone imbalance or affection by the BPA.
And a lot of people drink water for the 0 calories too. They might not realize it, but as you said, they might be gaining weight from that.
Yeah, and I also wanted to bring it back to the microplastics. A lot of inflammation can happen in your body because your body kind of sees the microplastics as a foreign substance, so it's treating it as like a pathogen. So your body will be inflamed, but that will be just because of the microplastics. And also, microplastics can also carry like other things that are harmful to your body, like things that cause you sickness. So, yeah.
Is there a way to get rid of
microplastics in our bodies?
I tried looking that up. The number one recommendation it gave is to consume like reverse osmosis water or water that is not packaged in plastic. I don't know. Have you guys researched any or seen any?
Yeah,
supplements that help?
kimchi.
Yeah, kimchi supplement that we were doing research the other day also.
Yeah, well, so like, what everybody knows about kimchi is a fermented food, and you can find it in Asian supermarkets, and it tastes like kind of pickled, but it might be acquired taste to some people. But you have to try it. It will definitely help with your gut health as well as improve imbalances with your stomach. So like kimchi, I think is something that is definitely going to help your digestive system. Maybe with the microplastics. Well, probably will.
And
with
they do
microplastics,
actually affect gut microbiome. I forgot to include that as well. So if you're supplementing with a probiotic like kimchi, then that's kind of like combating the damage done by the microplastics.
Okay.
And
The
the
supplement I was talking about, our viewer knows the name. It's called Bright Core Nutrition Kimchi One.
Yeah, kimchi one.
Yeah, and my mom bought that bottle specifically, and it's like vegetable capsules with like kimchi, like powderized kimchi.
So it
So
basically
yeah.
mimics the process that's going on in our GI system to clear out microplastics.
Yeah, and my sister and my mom have been taking the kimchi one recently. I might try it to see what happens, but I noticed that whenever I eat kimchi, the next day my stomach definitely feels a lot better, and I have no like excess gas or things like that. But I think trying the kimchi one, maybe I'll test it out and come back to you guys.
I might supplement kimchi with protein powder because I'd be getting those protein carbs.
Yeah.
And do you drink it with water or before or after you eat?
I'm not too sure. I haven't had it
It's
yet.
like capsules, so you just take it.
Yeah. I mean, kimchi is. I mean, if it's a kimchi capsule, I'm assuming you can have it whenever.
Usually,
I know-
probably with food is like a good thing to do because you have people consuming things like digestive enzymes to help with the digestion after consuming a meal. So I think around like mealtime is probably like a good thing to do because you want it in your GI tract when the food is there.
And couple that with walking will probably really boost your digestive system too, right?
Yeah, they say to do a 10-minute walk. I can't give like an exact opinion on it because I don't know exactly what the walk does because I thought you were supposed to like take a little like break or breather after eating. So I don't know like the complete science behind the walk, but yeah, I think that's like one main recommendation people have had.
I mean,
And for
I'll-
deep loading too
Yeah.
after a meal.
I didn't do too much. I didn't really do research, but if I had a guess, I know like eating would probably activate your rest and digest system.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what my logic was.
yeah.
Like, if it's activating like parasympathetic nervous system,
Yeah.
which is rest and digest, why would they recommend to go for a 10-minute walk?
I feel
So-
like the walk would activate your sympathetic system and increase your metabolism to help digest. Or I don't know if that's accurate.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we can like take a look.
Maybe take a 30-minute break and take 10-minute walk right after.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
dude. Like, if like don't go into any like strenuous activity right after consuming it.
You just need light movement because I would imagine like that movement aids like I don't know if your intestines do peristalsis. It moves the food through like muscle contractions down your
Like a wave kind of thing.
So like walking with the added motion and the added gravity while standing up probably.
Oh,
I feel like what
so
aids
it-
that
it-
movement
it
down
so
here.
the walking aids in those contractions that's being done by the intestine. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then if that's the case, then yeah, maybe if the light movement does that, then that definitely is something that could help.
And we can move into the spring waters that we have.
Or you want to talk about like, because we covered like most of the things. So I think the only thing we haven't really touched on yet is like the sources as far as like the spring water. All right, was that where you were?
We
gonna
can
talk
we
about?
can discuss sources as we taste it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can start with. What do you guys want to start with? We can start with the smart water.
Or you guys want to start like
Bottom up.
Yeah, bottom. from
Oh,
bottom
so
to
it's
top.
Like the. Yeah. I was like the lowest quality, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the lowest quality, I would say, is probably the Dasani. I mean, it does a reverse osmosis, but a lot of the like chemicals not chemicals, but a lot of the minerals that it has are stripped from the reverse osmosis. So you're not really getting any of the minerals that you need. But it's also a plastic bottle, so you get the microplastics from it too.
And this one counts as distilled, or
It's
No, this is
reverse
reverse
osmosis.
reverse osmosis.
Yeah, but tap water, pretty much just.
I feel like a lot of people
Okay.
overlook it, but like, how important would you say is like reading the ingredient list on like the nutrition label on even like water?
Let me see.
Your
What
cup?
does it say? Ingredients for this one are purified water, magnesium sulfate, potassium chloride, and minerals added to taste.
And yeah, these minerals. When I was looking into it, they're not minerals for like kind of to help your body, like minerals that will help you your energy or things like that. These are minerals just for taste, and so they're not in like the higher amounts that you need it. So yeah. So when you're hearing like magnesium or potassium, it's not really in high amount. Okay, we can talk about taste.
Cheers,
Yeah.
bro.
This is Dasani, yeah.
Water shot.
For Alex.
Water shots for Alex.
I would say
Tastes
nothing-
like- tastes
just
like water.
standard Dasani.
Yeah.
Any like whatever water. Okay, if you have vending machine water, this is literally just vending machine water, pretty much.
Tastes way better than Aquafina. I don't know if you guys can taste that.
Well,
I mean-
Aquafina. Okay, so this is Coca-Cola brand. Aquafina is a Pepsi.
Yeah, they're pretty much like when it comes to nutrition, they're pretty much or like the
It's
facts
on the
behind
same-
it,
on the
pretty much
same
the same
level.
level. Yeah.
I think Aquafina, like they said, is a bit better than Dasani, but yeah, they're like in the same category, pretty much.
And then we can go.
So okay, what we rank
Oh,
this
yeah.
as the lowest. So based off of all the criteria that we discussed, this is like going to be what like our pretty much last our 10th spot.
On the tier list is the last.
Bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, it kind of just tastes clean, but it's also like it's not smooth.
Yeah, and
Like,
content
yeah.
said is not
Yeah, and the way they remineralize the water is like because like we said the reverse osmosis is used for this one, and then like the remineralization process is like important, and they kind of are lacking on that. And then you also have the criteria of the packaging, and it's in a plastic bottle, which we already discussed all the downsides of microplastics. And another thing to know about like the leaching of microplastics, every time you open and close the bottle cap, that is also like causing the release of microplastics into the bottle as well.
Okay, so that's the first one. We can move on to smart water, alkaline waters.
And okay, so this is what vapor distilled, I think, right?
You can see air bubbles. In
Vapor
there.
Vapor distilled water.
Okay,
yeah.
so they use distillation, the distillation process to purify the water, but now they use like I don't know, they added solutes to increase the pH of it and make it more basic, and like we already kind of like I would say debunked that whole thing
pH.
about the pH thing or having to fix the imbalance of excess acidity in the body.
Okay, we can cheers again. It's a little smoother
Yeah,
than
smooth.
the Dasani. I mean, tastes like water though.
So
Yeah.
I feel like Dasani had like I don't know if it was me, like sweeter taste in the beginning. This one was just smooth.
straight through.
Yeah, and I can say the ingredients for this one: vapor distilled water, calcium chloride, and magnesium chloride, and potassium bicarbonate. I think the bicarbonate adds to the acidity. I don't know. Yeah, the basicness of the for the pH, and then it says electrolytes added for taste. Yeah. And yeah, this is pretty much you can think of the same thing with the Dasani. Instead of reverse osmosis, they use vapor distillation, and the way they like add back remineralize this water is only different with the addition of making it more alkaline. but pretty much it's like the same thing, but alkaline.
Something I
And this costs a lot of money, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a marketing gimmick. You really are not getting like this first Dasani is not that much.
Yeah,
Sorry to cut you off. Chris.
something I've seen that was consistent between all the waters we tried so far is like they all contain like the essential elements like magnesium, chloride, and the other ones too.
Because that's a requirement.
Yeah, that's a requirement, I think. Yeah. Show them. Did you show them what this one is?
Essential. It
This
goes
is
into the
essential.
same
This is-
category.
Yeah, this is the next one. This is essential water. Same category as the life water. Or smart water. Smart water. Yeah.
Ionized too.
Yeah, the ionization process is like they're
stripping.
just there to make it more. No, it's there to make it more basic.
Oh, okay.
And ingredients are purified water, sodium bicarbonate, dipotassium phosphate, magnesium sulfate, and calcium chloride. And, yeah, electrolytes for taste.
So we don't have bicarbonate here.
Hmm?
We don't have bicarbonate here.
We don't?
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, I said sodium bicarbonate.
I don't want to have potassium bicarbonate.
Yeah, I did. You're right.
Potassium bicarbonate. Yeah, but I think what is it like when the water, when the solutes go in the water, it splits into the ions. So I think the bicarbonate isn't the bicarbonate ion that makes it more basic. I don't remember which ion. I think it would be the bicarbonate because I don't think potassium doesn't contribute to being basic. Yeah, but yeah. Besides the point.
Okay, we'll try the essential water.
This is exactly the same as smart water.
I don't know. I feel like this one gave me better satisfactory than the last one.
Which one, smart water or Dasani?
No, the
Essential.
small water.
This one tastes better than the smart water. Yeah. I think like it's the same smoothness, but I don't know. It just has a better mouth feel. Yeah.
Does it feel flatter for you? Guys?
Like doesn't taste like much.
As much because next would be like spring, and that has more like natural minerals in it. Because with the alkaline, they're stripped and then they're manually added back just to reach that alkaline level. So that's why mine tastes better. So for me, at least for me, it does.
So what do you guys overall? What do you think about this water essential?
I feel like I like Essentia. I think it's a little bit better than smart water for me.
Now we have
Poland Spring.
Poland
water.
Spring. So this falls into the or is on the same level as Deer Park. And I said we were going to talk about like the sourcing of the water. So this is spring water. And spring water pretty much is like found in like water deposits. So it's from an underground spring pretty much, or underground like reservoir of water. And the whole thing behind spring water is that the nature gives addition to the mineral content, and you're getting like natural mineralization from like the reservoir that it's in, or the rock or sediment or whatever is like containing that reservoir.
You got excited for the Poland Spring
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
When I have water in my hand, it's instinct to just drink it now because I was practicing drinking water.
Practicing drinking water.
Poland
Just increase my water intake.
I feel like this ranks below
Yeah.
below smart water.
Like okay, no, we're talking about in terms of taste, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was not smooth.
In terms of taste, I would say, like, I think everybody has a different preference because my cousin was saying that he likes more crispier water, and like I kind of like more smooth water. So like I kind of like the essential water way better.
I'm gonna be the weird one now. I do like this better. So I would have to agree with your cousin.
So the Poland Spring or / Deer Park is gonna be our like next spot, one spot above the Smart Water, and two spots above the Dasani, and that's because of pretty much the sourcing of this water, which is from it says what, Maine
Main
spring
spring.
water. So one of the underground or reservoirs in Maine. So that's like that's what makes it better because you're getting all of the minerals from like that specific reservoir in Maine.
Do companies ever lie about where they're sourcing their water from, or
I think there's like regulations and standards about like a lot of things, but I wouldn't know. I bet you like probably some of the smaller brands or companies that are not regulated as much probably do that for like of course like monetary purposes, but I think all of these big brands that are being sold in your like major convenience stores or grocery stores, like I think they all go through like a lot of regulation.
Yeah, but I heard like there was some kind of controversy about the spring water. They said the testing showed that it contained like PFAS and stuff over the years.
Oh yeah, they're in a
Yeah.
as Poland Spring specifically is in like an
Yeah.
ongoing lawsuit
Yeah,
because with or I don't know if it's with the EPA or something. Like you have to. The thing is like how you market your water. So you're not allowed to call your water like say for example, Smart Water is not allowed to call their water spring water.
yeah.
Like it has to come from the actual spring, and like the marketing for it, like it's very specific and it has to follow with the regulations. Like it cannot be spring water unless it actually
Comes from a
is
spring.
It is spring water from the reservoir.
and the things with like alkaline water and pH. A lot of our biosystems depend on pH, and pH can like denature our enzymes or proteins. I know pH is a big factor when it comes to loading on oxygen from hemoglobin and affecting that whole process. So, I wouldn't recommend like playing with the pH too much.
Yeah, and your body, like your body, pretty much like of course, like in different organs or areas, like the pH or acidity is different, and I think to have a very substantial effect on it is like very unlikely from just consuming like alkaline out or basic water. So I think it's not like a concern to worry about. Yeah, like you said, like doing any activity that's gonna put your normal pH levels at risk is really bad.
Okay, now we have Evian natural spring water. I'm pretty sure this spring water is from the French Alps. Yeah, similar spring water.
And the thing with Evian is that they, I think, remineralize it much better than a company like Poland Spring, and I don't think they're in a lawsuit about PFA content.
You know what, guys? Even pouring it, it looks smoother for some reason.
Because
Yeah.
I read after like minerals and stuff like that, they use bicarbonates and also calcium and magnesium, and it helps to be more smooth. And also, they say it gives
Yeah.
more sweet taste.
Yeah, and also I wanted to say some of these water bottles have silica in it, which will help with collagen. Well, in our body we have collagen, as well as it will help with bone health. I'm pretty sure. So having the silica in there's silica in the Evian water,
Not in the plastic, in the water.
in the water, yeah. And then in Waikia water, and I think the Fiji water also has it too.
Fiji, I think, has the highest content of silica. And silica also is, I don't know if you were about to say this, but silica helps with aluminum excretion, which is like very important as well.
And there's some correlation with Alzheimer's too, right?
Yeah, my mom sent me like a couple studies about like it improving Alzheimer's and dementia. I think it was only done in like a few small clinical studies, so I can't really say like if it Or I don't think they could really put a pin on if Fiji water had a substantial impact on it, but it was just like a study done.
So correlation doesn't cause causation, but there is some linkage here.
I think they tried to do a study to find some linkage, but I don't really know the results or if
It was
Like-
the patients. They did a cognitive test afterwards, but I think they did perform a little bit better. So
but it was only like a few. Like it was a small
Yeah.
study, so there was not a lot of research done in that area. Not to say that it doesn't work, but it's just like
And
limited
silicon
research.
can also help with the smoothness as well. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, let's try it out.
Which one's this?
Evian, yeah.
From the French Alps. Yeah, I really like that,
That
one.
one,
Very smooth.
it felt
I
like
really like that one.
yeah, it felt like
You gotta
I
say
don't
a lot
know-
of words.
I don't know how to describe it, bro.
Whoa.
I feel like
Express yourself. Express yourself now.
I feel like a lot of water is advertised as being from like the Alps or mountains. I'm not really sure the reason. I don't know if it's the altitude, but I feel like it's because like the mountains like have like the colder temperatures, so like a lot of bacteria and stuff cannot live like in those ranges.
Oh, that brings up one other thing. Like this, this kind of like this can be talked about in future episodes. But we've been talking about Jack Cruz a lot, and what he says is the best water for the body is deuterium depleted water, and deuterium is pretty much like a very heavy isotope of hydrogen. And the reason he says that deuterium depleted water is better is because for processes like proton tunneling that takes place in the mitochondria and the overall energy efficiency of your mitochondria, having kind of lighter water or deuterium depleted water makes that energy system run much more efficiently, and that'll be talked about in the future podcast. But like light water magnetism, like it being able to have deuterium depleted water makes that whole energy system much more efficient. And what he said is that deuterium water, like the reason why Prit made me think of that is that he said deuterium depleted water is found mostly in springs or mountains where there's like much higher altitude.
And also, with going with Jack Cruz too, I think having the sunlight shining on the water too is helpful. You get a lot of benefits from it. I'm not too sure exactly, but I did see like sunlight on the spring
Because
water.
I
is
think
good.
it kind of plays with the like H2O molecule overall, and after sunlight, like it kind of changes the chemical bonds and stuff.
So
that.
like so
The-
it changes like the kind of geometry or the angles, which then changes like the structure or
Steroids.
organization of the hydrogen bond.
and how it interacts with this environment, because like if it's at a different angle, it'll interact with the environment in a different way.
Yeah, and people haven't really like touched on that side of like structured water or coherent water. Those are two terms that Dr. Jack Cruz uses a lot, and that, like I said, plays into the whole concept about light water magnetism. And I don't think we know enough or are expert in that enough yet, but we're definitely like bring this info to you guys in future podcasts. And if you are interested, just look up jackcruz.com or listen to any of his podcasts. I heard about it in the Tetragrammaton part 2 with Andrew Huberman.
And also, like these waters, like Evian, Fiji, and Waikea, and all these things that are from like other countries. The downside might be that they are a little on the expensive side, but I think it will definitely like be way better benefiting yourself, spending a couple like extra dollars than having the like regular tap water or like something like the Dasani or Aquafina.
But at least what we can tell you is that from like the low tier water, so like if you were picking between Smart Water and Dasani, just pick the cheaper one because it's the same exact thing. But you are like when you're spending a couple more bucks on like
Fiji.
Fiji, it is like worth it.
Yeah. So this is Fiji. Just so you guys
Did
know.
you say where it's sourced from?
Yeah, source from Fiji. Yeah, Fiji. Yeah, it's a source from Fiji. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah,
It's called artesian water because like it is still from like a reservoir.
It's
And you're getting like
untouched.
the mineral contents from the
That's what they
reservoir.
always advertise.
But
untouched
I-
water.
I think what the whole concept about artesian water is that like the way it comes up from the reservoir is like through like a little like tube kind of thing, or not tube, but like little stream instead of like for the Poland Spring water. I think the water just pools at the top of the reservoir. So like I don't know how that makes it different, but they call it
Oh, is
natural artesian water. It's still from a reservoir.
And it's like, does it look like it comes up a pipe? And
I think it's all natural, so it's
Yeah.
not like through a pipe exactly, but it like the way it reaches the surface is a bit different
Oh.
than like Poland Spring, because the water, like I said before, is like held in like underground like pockets or reservoirs, and then it like either pools or reaches the surface somehow. So I think
Yeah.
the way it reaches the surface is somehow different, but they said it adds to like the taste of it, which is probably due to like the mineral contents of that place in Fiji as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
oh, this one I like the best.
Yeah, Fiji water.
Fiji
I
never-
cannot. I can no, Fiji. The thing with Fiji, no matter what temperature it is, it never. This is like my favorite tasting water of all time. Like I don't think none of these can beat it.
When you think of like the default water texture, like I feel like that fits the bill, bro.
Default?
Like no, like when you think
I don't
no,
think
the
that's
standards.
default for a Malaya population, bro.
Like when you think about like purity.
no, like he needs like good water. Like he needs like good water. Like
Yeah.
Oh, the standard for like
yeah,
a good
yeah,
tasting
yeah.
water.
How human, how standard should
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have heard of like deoxygenated water. Like, I heard it's pretty scary. Like you can't swim in it.
Dead water, man.
Is it thick water?
Dead water.
Thick
you mean,
water.
You mean still water?
Still water.
Don't drink thick water. He just said thick
Still,
water.
this is all still water.
No, still water you find in like caves because the brain and eating.
Oh, brain eating amoebas.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing. That's like when you have a. Oh yeah, bro.
Stay away from caves.
He said thick water. You know that water that's like really thick.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No,
What is the marketing idea behind that? Like just thick water?
Yeah,
no
people
idea.
want a different texture.
All
So
right.
this is the Waikio water. It's from Hawaii, one of the like springs that are over there.
I think
but
in Mount
it also has electrolytes. It says there too. So
Oh, we should read the Fiji.
Yeah, read
Hold on. So
this is
the
what
Fiji,
we just had.
Fiji. Silica, calcium, magnesium. It says the pH is 7.7, and then they have bicarbonates as well, and then natural electrolytes for soft and smooth taste. And that's exactly how I would describe the taste for Fiji: soft and smooth.
This, I'm not gonna lie, is for me it tastes smoother than
Yeah.
Fiji.
Hold on.
Yeah, this is like the softest
wanna read it?
water.
Yeah, this.
Like just light
Here,
when you
here.
drink it.
But this water, for me, it's like the smoothest water you can ever have. Like it's a little different. I would say the most comparison, if you haven't had it, is like Fiji, but imagine like a little smoother and like I think it.
So I actually they have like a little bit more like
more. I think there's more
information.
silica in here than in the Fiji as well.
I don't know if you guys like can feel like the same
No,
sensation
no,
as
there's
me.
more in Fiji.
Oh really?
Yeah, this one's 35. Fiji is like 93
What?
milligrams per liter.
Milligrams of what?
Silica.
Oh, so
And then I'll just read like the couple of things that they're saying why this is good. Like it says the Waikio volcanic water originates in Hawaii as both snowmelt and rain on the pristine summit of the active Mauna Loa volcano, which is they say one of the purest environments on Earth. So it's kind of like the same untouched thing as Fiji. And then it said it's filtered through the porous volcanic rock and is naturally alkaline. And then you also get the added electrolytes and minerals from maybe the volcanic rock or something like that. I don't know if they add anything. They probably do. Then they say they also use ocean plast bottle, which is better than virgin plastic bottles. I don't know exactly what virgin plastic bottles. Do any of you guys know? So it just says 79% less carbon footprint or CO2, 85% less energy put into generating this plastic, and 99% less water. It's probably just talking about used up to make the plastic or to make the bottles. But
Yeah. And I wanted to test something like so we can all taste like the bit like to me it's a very big difference. I had like regular like some water like maybe just even though Essentia is like better than the other waters like the Smart Water and Dasani. I can still taste a really big difference from this water and the other one. So I think we should try the Essentia after.
yeah, Kurt was saying it says 100% post recycled bottles. So.
Yeah, I think that's probably like what it has to do with because it's already made water bottle and it's recycled, so they're not making more like plastic water bottles.
Okay.
That's probably why it has less carbon footprint and energy.
Okay, let's try. And I wanted to try the Essentia again after like so we all like can say the difference. Yeah. I like this better than the Fiji.
Yeah, this one feels like I don't have water in my mouth.
You're like drinking air or something.
It's so light.
Yeah.
I feel like
Like it's very smooth, very smooth.
I feel like some of the waters feel flat while some feel like a little heavier.
So actually saying light, I think.
Yeah. Now watch the like. I can taste like a really big difference between like these two.
I'm just drinking all this water.
Drinking all the water.
Last time I ate today was
Oh yeah, what the?
Yeah,
heck?
big difference.
This even leaves like aftertaste. That one just
Yeah.
smooth.
Okay. What do you guys think about the Waikea water that we?
That's my favorite water.
I think so too.
I still gotta go with Fiji.
Yeah, same.
I think it's just a little bit of a Fiji.
You like it better than Fiji?
Yeah.
Is that your first time trying it?
Yeah, that was my all these actually.
Oh really?
Above Fiji.
I think this one's next.
Yeah, so
Well,
we
I've
have.
never tasted this.
Yeah, me neither. This is the Liquid Death mountain water.
Like this
I
marketing.
think it's from America too.
If
Like-
I walk past
This
this in a
marketing
store,
low-key sucks.
I would think it's a beer can.
Yeah.
Why does it have death skull on it?
Yeah, and it's supposed to. It's
I
just
think
water.
they're supposed to be like a polarizing type of company.
I
Like,
think it's supposed to
but-
make you interested. Like, oh, how is this water?
But every
Yeah.
time
because it looks like a beer can.
yeah,
You see
every
where it's
time I
from?
walked into Wawa and saw that, I was like, is
They
it
got
beer
alcohol
water?
in here. This is mountain water.
Yeah, but it's. I'm pretty sure the Liquid Death is from like springs that are in America.
So it's spring water, pretty
Yeah.
much as well. But I don't know about like. I think the main thing that you get with this is like, of course, the packaging is now aluminum. So we pretty much like passed all of the plastic packagings, and now this is like, yeah.
Is it broken?
Okay, guys.
We have a little bit of mishap here. Okay.
You can just try mine. Don't touch.
You just drink it out of the
There's a
bottle.
little piece of glass.
Yeah, you can drink it out the
Under your
bottom.
foot.
Stop.
Under my
Stop touching it. Here.
No, press it under my foot.
Yeah, pour some San. We'll drink out the. Okay. This is the Liquid Death spring water. Yeah, let's try it.
All the water shots, huh?
I kind of like this.
Better than the other two?
I feel like this was like Fiji level smoothness.
Yeah.
I like yeah.
It's my first time trying it, but yeah,
It's pretty
it's
good.
really good.
Pretty good.
I think it's a different experience, like drinking. Because I usually only drink sodas out of a can like
Yeah.
this.
Maybe it's like a Greenland, Iceland. Like the death is supposed to throw you off, but it's like Iceland. It's actually really nice there.
Oh, you're
Oh,
saying?
it's actually-
Oh, you're saying because like Greenland is all ice and then
Yeah.
Iceland is like really nice and beautiful.
Yeah, what do you guys think? What do we overall think about this one? Like a little better than Fiji, worse than Fiji?
I feel like this is below the last one we had.
Ikea?
Yeah.
But you would rank this higher than Fiji?
Yeah.
No, I feel like Fiji in this one.
I say above Ikea.
Yeah.
And right under Fiji.
By the way, guys, just to remind you again, this still does have the plastic lining on the inside.
The
of the
epoxy
can.
resin.
So you're not avoiding the microplastics, but it does have this water does have a lot of minerals which are really good for you. But it did take away like all the bad minerals as well. So this is a pretty good option actually.
And now we get to the point where we avoid all the microplastics.
Yeah, all the bottles from now on are glass.
Glass, yeah.
So and this water is the Mountain Valley spring water.
And
Beautiful bottle.
It's open by the way.
if you guys know who Santa Cruz is, this is what
Yeah,
the
Santa Cruz.
water that
I heard,
Santa Cruz gets.
yeah, I heard a lot of athletes say that they only drink that water.
Not only you drinking good water, but aesthetic water too.
Yeah, if the best athletes in the world are drinking this water, then maybe.
And they say because of the added mineral content of this one.
So this one should probably taste a little more crispier and like
The previous one.
yeah.
And it just says contents is Mountain Valley spring water. That's it.
Is that a good sign?
So that means like they straight up getting it from the spring
And there's
Put
no
it out.
not a lot of additives.
Naturally, yeah, there's not. I don't think it says naturally occurring at the source in milligrams per liter. So
that
calcium,
means-
magnesium, potassium, and then other dissolved solids. So like I think the mineralization is literally coming from
so based on
from the
marketing,
spring.
Yeah, based on marketing, it's like straight up from underground into bottle.
Yeah. So this is supposed to be like top tier bottle
Yeah.
or top tier water.
Yeah.
So you get the
I think
packaging
this is
right.
First time tasting.
Yeah,
From a
this is
bottle
mine.
to-
Yeah. So you get the
Oh, this water. Yeah.
you get the good packaging. It's sourced well, and you're getting mineral content that is like natural from the spring or reservoir that it's being taken from. Bottled in the Ouachita Mountains, and I think that's in Oklahoma.
Also, if you have like a good filter at your house, you can just pour water into that, and you can have room temperature, fridge, whatever. It doesn't matter because microplastics don't leach of it. So
Recyclable too.
you reuse it.
Yeah. So glass is like glass and stain. Yeah. There's no one sells water in stainless steel bottles. But yeah, if you had to pick top two packaging for or containers for water, it would be glass and stainless steel, like at the top.
Okay, ready, guys? This one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good, bro. You know,
Oh, it
like
tastes like a little fluffy. I don't know. how to
Yeah,
explain
Yeah,
it.
fluffy.
Wait,
Yeah.
let me try some more.
I
It
got
feels
this
like a
to
mix
do-
of some two of them.
I feel like if it was cold, that would be like perfect.
like in
Yeah.
the Arctic.
Wait, I
like,
thought-
videos.
Okay, I thought this was like gonna be more of that crispy taste. This is like really like I would say I use the word fluffy. I don't know if you guys can relate to
Drinking,
This is a
drinking,
little bit.
drinking extravagantly, bro.
that. This is
Yeah, this is like fancy.
Imagine this water with ice at 3 a.m. in the morning.
no, this is like really refreshing.
Yeah.
I would say this
Yeah.
is the most refreshing out of all of them.
Yeah.
You know, back in the old days where the milkman used to bring around milk in glass cartons,
Yeah.
glass bottles. Only did that with this, bro. Like, come around with glass
Water.
bottles, bro.
Bro, I think this guy is trying to clip for our whole podcast, bro.
Yeah, so what do you guys? I think that's the best water. To be
Yeah,
honest.
number one. I
That's
put
the best
number one.
water under.
I didn't know-
over at Ikea, yeah.
I actually have not found a water that has beaten Fiji until this episode.
And you guys might think that we're just going up in like ranking just as it goes on, but seriously, but this water is the best one that we tasted out of all of them. Like, what do you guys think? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the next water that we're gonna talk about, it's a German natural mineral water.
Gerolstein.
Gerolsteiner.
I actually had that one in straight up Germany.
How was it? Because this
It
one,
was pretty
this
good.
did you have the still
The
water or the
fun
sparkling?
fact about Germany is that most of the bottles that you can see in the household are like this, glass bottles, and they buy in the
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
crates. So you can get it with crates, and they get still and sparkling water.
This
Yeah.
one's sparkling.
So this
we
one's
didn't
sparkling.
have,
so-
We couldn't find the
Yeah.
still water, but yeah.
So everyone, the fact surprised me was like everyone drinks sparkling water. When I first got there,
Oh.
when I first got there, it was like
That's
There
okay.
were-
It's just water.
every time I asked for water, they would just hand me sparkling water.
Yeah.
So a lot of people drink out of glass bottles instead of plastic over there.
They don't have like only plastic you can find is in the markets. Like big supermarkets you go into, they have crates and you buy those. And it has like glass bottles.
So is the glass like affordable? Like,
Yeah, thing is with the glass,
I don't
like
know,
they have
I put my nose in, I thought I could.
like special
Yeah.
return things. in
But
the-
then you could-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Carbonate.
see, that's what I'm saying.
So-
Why, like the U.S. doesn't. The
Yeah.
problem, I guess, is like we don't have that type of system in place, and I think people
Yeah.
do the same type of recycle system where you, do you get money back?
Yeah,
for-
that's the craziest part.
So you get money back for returning the bottle. So that's like that incentivizes
Yeah.
recycling. Oh, don't do the same thing. I
gives
did.
you like motivation to actually like
Or
recycle.
yeah, recycle it. and-
because with 3 crates, we got like 12 euros back.
yeah, that's crazy. And like we said, the thing with glass is like there is no breakdown or leaching of anything. So you like recyclability is pretty much like 100% if the bottle is not damaged in any way at all.
All right, this is sparkling water.
Good
So
old carrot.
And wait,
You
wait,
might-
hold on. One more thing. This the thing that separates the
Oh, yeah, go
the
ahead.
Gerolsteiner from the Mountain Valley is that they put a lot more as far as like the remineralization. Actually, no, I wouldn't say remineralization. Like, I think
Just
I think-
add on,
natural mineral high. Like the difference pretty much is that this water is considered high mineral content.
yeah.
And then Mountain Valley is considered like moderate. So that's like pretty much the main difference.
So it's like it's more like a gentle electrolyte.
So,
Yeah, kind of like if you
Yeah.
want like if you don't like electrolyte powders or like those types of things, like this would kind of be like very good for athletes.
So sparkling water is carbonized, right?
Carbonated.
Carbonated. I feel like in carbon, like CO, there's like your body, is made of mainly of water. I feel like oxygen is like a main element like your body uses, and because in water contains oxygen as well. So I feel like carbonated drinks would really help with your oxygen content as well.
No, I think, but it's like it's CO2 though, so you want like inhaling O2. Like it does make a difference, like the organization or chemistry behind like what oxygen atom you're talking about, because like CO, carbon monoxide, that stuff is gonna kill you. So like monoxide, carbon monoxide. Yeah, that stuff is gonna kill. So it depends on the chemistry of like
Yeah.
the oxygen atom you're specifically like referring to. So not just because the element or compound has oxygen, it doesn't mean like it helps with like oxygen uptake.
And so, guys, before we taste it, it might change like our perspective, because all the water we've been having is regular still water, and to be honest, I don't categorize them as like the same, even though it's still water. I mean, still water, like it tastes different. So, all right, let's try.
I don't my particular taste. I don't really like sparkling water that much. That's just me in particular.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
my taste.
Like,
I think this tastes like regular sparkling water.
Yeah.
If you ever had it before.
yeah, like I mean, I'm not sparkling water expert. I mean, you guys probably haven't like. I mean, you probably had, right?
Yeah. Sparkling water, Georgia is like most sold water is like sparkling water, because we have those like natural waters, mountains and that kind of thing. But
Oh, the spring
yeah.
or the reservoir.
So it kind of reminds me of that taste, like Georgian mineral water. They call it mineral water over there, but it's like sparkling water.
Yeah,
And
I
you had the
it.
regular. You had the regular Gerald Steiner, right? Still water.
Yeah,
How did
I
you?
had both.
How did you? How did you like that one? So we have like comparison.
Like to compare right now.
It didn't blow you away or
I
anything.
don't remember exactly the taste, but I feel like. I mean, it felt. Let's just say it felt healthy.
Oh.
Because you know how you drink Dasani or whatever, like Aquafina, you feel like, yo, this can be real water, right?
Yeah.
And that one, like, yeah, you just.
I
I
mean,
would say like it ranks maybe around essential and that kind of thing about that.
Like taste wise,
taste
yeah.
wise.
But like as for the benefits
Yeah,
behind this
benefits
water,
are high.
it's definitely like the highest probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have. This is another water that we found in Wegmans. I mean, we can just try it out. It's called Aqua Carpaccia. Carpatica.
Carpatica.
are there
Yeah,
any
yeah.
labels that tell you what does it do?
This is natural spring water. Big plus is that it's in glass packaging. It says it's naturally nitrate free, naturally sodium free, naturally alkaline, natural electrolytes. Nature's most perfect water.
Where's it
So
from?
how much was it?
It's from Romania.
Big words. Right?
This was around the price range of the other
that?
the both the glass bottle water. So like the German one as well as the Mountain Spring water.
I don't think. Yeah, but just by the labels, it probably. I think it has less mineral content than Mountain Valley.
Yeah, let's try it out.
I think this is the most aesthetic bottle, though.
Yeah, this is the coolest looking bottle.
It's like a party.
Perfect tequila bottle.
Alrighty.
Okay.
This tastes cheap, bro.
What?
No?
It's not bad.
I don't think. So.
It's not bad, but I wouldn't put it above like the. second
I
one.
say.
This-
I say
Pretty
right. I say under YK. Right
yeah,
under YK.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
like under right here, right there.
Pretty good.
But,
But over Fiji?
no.
So under Fiji for you.
Wait, but you like Waikea more than Fiji,
Yeah, I
right?
like Waikea.
Yeah, so that's why I said under,
So
not
under
under
Fiji.
YK.
Yeah, I would say under Fiji.
Yeah.
Taste-wise.
So guys, we
So
have
collective number one. What's collective number one?
Collective
taste?
That-
number one,
I like
the
that
Mountain
green
Spring
one.
water.
Alright,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
said
that's
we all
crazy.
said here. So Santa Cruz was kind of onto something. So
Oh, those are pretty
So-
expensive bottle, though.
yeah.
So Santa Cruz, I don't know if they got printing money or what.
Yeah, he
Santa
definitely
Cruz
does.
is
Money
loaded,
comes
bro.
on trees.
Santa Cruz he's rich, but he's doing some good stuff. So yeah,
If all the athletes drink it, that means
gotta be good.
I mean, you know, they say health is wealth.
Yeah.
Okay, this is out of all the waters, this is our number one, and the worst one. What do you guys say?
Dasani.
Dasani.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. No, I think the Dasani hate is like really like prevalent. Yeah. So yeah. Any last comments? or-
Yeah, we pretty much went through all the waters that you might find. Not all of them, but like most of the waters that you'll find in grocery stores or like places that you stop and pick up water. Like we went through everything.
Like
and
you're not gonna
found
find this in
everything.
convenience store, but you'll find it in grocery store.
Yeah, you'll find it in like we went to Wegmans to get this, but like other stuff that you can find that's better than the Dasani is like we found out
Fiji
we know the Fiji and the Wakea and the Evian water. Yeah. So definitely
they're
go
all
for
involved.
those. Yeah. Go for those if you have to instead of the other ones. Yeah.
Any
On
other
top.
last comments from you guys?
Yeah, good.
I think that was it.
Yes.
Okay, and yeah, thank you guys for joining us on this episode about water on the Figuring Out Friday podcast, brought to you by Healing Your Way. And yeah, like always, please like and subscribe, and we will see you on next Friday's podcast.
This is a little bit like a different of like a podcast, like us being in person. But
Yeah, we're making
Yeah.
a transition.
let us know if you guys have any feedback or anything.
Yeah, if you like this IRL
This-
format better
yeah.
than the virtual.
And this was also quick setup, so next setup will be way
Yeah, we're gonna have a nice background for you
Yeah.
guys too.
Yep. Thank you guys.
Thank you
See you
guys.
next week.
See you next podcast.